All right, hi everyone. This tutorial on the blog is all going to be step-by-step images, but I wanted to talk to you about this because I think it's so simple that it can look intimidating. And if I talk you through some of the basics of one of these little color block shirts, it might be less so. So first of all, the whole point of this is to take a bunch of old shirts, especially kids stuff that they love, and keep those things going, right? So if you break up 2 or 3 shirts, especially when they're getting too short, if it's just length, that's an issue. Then you get some extra life out of clothes your children love, or even if they don't necessarily love them, if they're too little. If you go back on the blog, you'll see some of that. You end up with some fun new garments, and then you aren't chucking out clothes. And then you still have something you can donate because the stitching and the way you join the stuff is really strong. It's all zigzag, and then you still have garments you can donate or hand down. As your children get older, so like mine is now, the other thing that starts to happen is that they can get involved. So she was part of laying this out, choosing how we put things together. That was really fun. So here are a couple of big things I want to say. First of all, the stitching for this is always on the outside, which is unusual for clothing, right? We usually put the ugly stitchy things on the inside, but the inside of the shirt is the part that's going to look all tidy like this. The stitching goes on the outside, and that's in part just for comfort, but I think it actually looks kind of cute, and it's part of the detail. So that's something you're always going to see. Other rule of thumb for this, when you start cutting up the shirts, generally it's about length, but you're also looking to aim for grabbing the widest bits from the old shirts. So you want this top bodice part to be a part that still fits width-wise, right? So from there to there, you want it to still fit them comfortably. And then when you start pulling strips out from the other t-shirts, you want to go for wider, right? And as you lay them down next to each other, you'll see what's going on. But generally, shirts get a little wider towards the bottom. So as you start to pick your color blocks or your strips from the shirts that you're cutting up, look to go lower and grab those first. If width is not an issue because you're just dealing with a kid that's growing up, then you don't have to think about that. And then what happened with this one is that while this little bodice part still fits, the sleeves are getting tight. My daughter's arms are getting bigger. So I put in new sleeves because her arms are getting bigger. And they needed to be made a little bit longer. And so when you cut the old sleeve out and then join it back in, you can artificially like add in some length up here by cutting that shirt out a little wide and then popping it in. And the nice thing about zigzag stitching on t-shirt fabric like this anyway, is that it stretches the fabric, right? So you're actually creating width simply by using a zigzag stitch and stretching out the fabric, which is pretty cool. So that is why this has new sleeves. You'll notice that I never have to hem anything because I always choose, right? And like in this case, if I was going to lengthen the sleeves by adding in a little strip of fabric, I'd put that somewhere in the middle. I wouldn't put it down here. So I have neat hems always ultimately on the sleeves and at the bottom. The last thing that's going on with this shirt is that this has turned into kind of a big project because my kid is getting hips, right? So her butt is starting to stick out a little bit and her hips are starting to stick out a little bit. So we're going to make this wider, and you'll see in the pictures that I've cut this out, and then I'm taking sleeves from another shirt. So awesome way to repurpose all the different bits, but I'm taking the sleeves from another shirt, excuse me, and I'm going to cut the insert, the little triangle piece that's going to go into these sides. It's coming out of the sleeves from another shirt. Again, I'm going to use this hem, so I have a tidy bit at the end. I may not line them up exactly. I might make a cute little, I might start the side hem, this insert piece over here, so we get this cute little design. I haven't quite decided that yet, but I guess you'll see when I'm finished. But that's going to be the last step, and then I'll tidy this up. One last thing, I guess, to say about this whole process, which I've done so many times now with so many kids' garments. It's super fun. When you do this zigzag stitching, go around twice. So I put one color in my top thread thingy, and then a different color in the bobbin. I don't know what the technical term is. So you get these sort of fun color stripes, and maybe nobody else notices, but I know that they're there, right? So there's like a little pink and a little blue, different colors, but go around twice. So get it all stitched and joined together, and then go back at it so that you want to get a really, really nice tight join, and you can afford to leave this edge kind of big and really get in there, so that, you know, children are hard on their clothes. You want this thing to last. So this is an overview of some of the things I know people ask questions about. These are my uncut threads. Clearly this isn't finished properly yet. I hope all the other things you need to know are answered as you go through this, through the pictures and so on. But if you have questions, pop them in the comments, and I'll answer them.